Joseph! Joseph!
The famine had spread throughout Canaan. The land was dry, the fields were empty, and the food in Jacob's household was slowly running out. With each passing day, one question became more urgent. How long could they survive? Then Jacob heard that there was grain in Egypt. While famine covered the surrounding lands, Egypt had stored grain in abundance, and people from distant countries were already traveling there to buy food.
Behold, I have heard that there is grain in Egypt. Get you down thither, and buy for us from thence, that we may live.
So 10 of Jacob's sons began the long journey to Egypt. They were simply searching for food, unaware that they were walking straight toward the past they had tried to bury. In Egypt, one man controlled the distribution of grain. His name was Joseph. Years earlier, he had entered Egypt as a slave. Now he stood as one of the most powerful men in the nation, second only to Pharaoh. One day, 10 men from Canaan entered his presence. They bowed low before him with their faces to the ground. Joseph looked at them and immediately recognized them. These were his brothers, the men who had stripped him of his robe, thrown him into a pit, sold him into slavery, and watched him disappear. But they did not recognize Joseph. To them, Joseph had been gone for over 20 years, perhaps even dead. The frightened young brother they remembered was now dressed as the ruler of Egypt, speaking the language of the Egyptians. As Joseph watched his brothers bow before him, he remembered the dreams God had given him years before. The dreams they had mocked were now being fulfilled before his eyes. Yet Joseph revealed nothing. Keeping his emotions hidden, he spoke to them as a stranger.
Where do you come from? من أي بعت؟ من أرش كنعان لشبار ذقان. You are spies. You have come to see where our land is unprotected. مراجليم أتم لرؤوت اتمخصر حآرش بعتم. لا أدوني عبدك باء لشبار ذقان. كلنا بنو إيش أحد نحن. عبدك أنشاء مت نحن. لا مراجليم. No! You have come to see where our land is unprotected. شنايم عصر بنو نحن بنو إيش إخاد حياب بإرس كنعان حصعير عم أبينو كآن وإخاد إننو. That is it that I spake unto you, saying, Ye are spies. Hereby ye shall be proved. By the life of Pharaoh ye shall not go forth hence, except your youngest brother come hither. Send one of you, and let him fetch your brother, and ye shall be bound, that your words may be proved, whether there be truth in you, or else by the life of Pharaoh surely ye are spies.
Joseph placed all 10 brothers in custody for 3 days. On the 3rd day, he returned with a different plan.
This do and live, for I fear God. If ye be true men, let one of your brethren be bound in your prison house. But go ye, carry grain for the famine of your houses, and bring your youngest brother unto me. So shall your words be verified, and ye shall not die.
As they stood together, they began speaking among themselves.
אבל השם אנחנו, על אחינו, אשר ראת נפשו, בהתחננו אלינו. על כן באה אלינו הצרה הזאת.
Believing the Egyptian ruler could not understand their language,
הלא אמרתי עליכם, לאמור, אל תחתו בילד, ולא שמעתם, וגם דמו הנה נדרש.
Joseph understood every word. He heard them remember his cries. He heard their guilt. He heard the burden they had carried for more than 20 years. Unable to contain his emotions, Joseph turned away and wept. For a moment, the governor of Egypt disappeared, and Joseph was once again the young man crying from the bottom of the pit. After composing himself, he returned. Joseph selected Simeon before their eyes, and Simeon was bound and taken away as the prisoner who would remain in Egypt. Then Joseph ordered his servants to fill his brothers' sacks with grain. But he also gave a secret instruction. Without the brothers knowing, every man's silver was returned inside his sack. The brothers loaded their donkeys and began the journey home. 9 brothers returned toward Canaan. Simeon remained behind in Egypt. Along the way, one brother opened his sack to feed his donkey. There, resting on top of the grain, was his silver. Alarmed, he called to the others and said,
My money is restored, and lo, it is even in my sack. What is this that God hath done unto us?
Fear filled their hearts. When they arrived home in Canaan, they told Jacob everything that had happened. They explained how the ruler of Egypt had treated them harshly and accused them of being spies.
And the man, the lord of the land, said unto us, Hereby shall I know that ye are true men. Leave one of your brethren with me, and take grain for the famine of your houses, and go your way. And bring your youngest brother unto me. Then shall I know that ye are no spies, but that ye are true men. So will I deliver you your brother, and ye shall traffic in the land.
Everything now depended upon Benjamin. As they emptied their sacks, another surprise awaited them. One by one, each man's bundle of silver fell out. Every payment had been returned. When Jacob and his son saw the silver, they were filled with fear. Jacob looked at his sons and cried,
Me have ye bereaved of my children. And Simeon is not, and ye will take Benjamin away? All these things are against me. Slay my 2 sons, if I bring him not to thee. Deliver him into my hand, and I will bring him to thee again. My son shall not go down with you, is left. If harm befall him by the way in which ye go, then will ye bring down my gray hairs with sorrow.
And with those words the matter was settled. For more than 20 years, Joseph's brothers had buried the memory of what they had done. But through famine and unexpected trials, God brought their guilty consciences back to life. What they thought had been forgotten had never escaped God's sight. Yet God's purpose was not simply to expose their sin. His purpose was to begin restoring them. Genesis 42 also points us to an even greater truth fulfilled in Jesus Christ. Like Joseph, Jesus was rejected by his own people, yet he became the one through whom God provides life to the world. Joseph tested his brothers before revealing himself. Christ already knows every sin we have ever committed, yet he invites us to come to him in repentance and faith. The God who convicts is also the God who forgives. Genesis 42 reminds us that conviction is never the end of the story. When God exposes our sin, he is inviting us to receive his mercy. Through the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, our guilt can be removed, our relationship with God restored, and our hearts made new. The road from conviction always leads to grace for those who come to him. Come unto me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest.